Bartering has been around since the dawn of humanity, and the first currency that we know of was created by King Alyattes in Lydia around 600 BC, the first minted coin featuring a roaring lion. We've come a long way since we exchanged shells, tea bags, and beads, and today we look at some of the more bizarre facts about money. Number 33. Penny for your thoughts? How many times have you had this exact thought? Why on earth do they even still make pennies? And you'll wonder that even more when you find out how much it costs to manufacture one single penny. It costs 2.4 cents to make a penny. More than 13 billion pennies are minted every year. Can you imagine the amount of money that could be saved if they just scrapped that annoying little penny? Number 32. Cold hard cash. Although we call it paper money, and perhaps it might feel a bit like paper, what it actually is 75% cotton and 25% linen. In the good old days, people used to repair their torn notes with a needle and thread. Number 31. Show me the money. A $10 bill only lasts for around 4.5 years, and during that time can be touched by more than 700 different people. The $10 bill has the shortest lifespan, with the $100 bill lasting 15 years. Number 30. Money makes the world go round. If you thought we had problems with thieves and pickpockets now, let me tell you that things weren't that different in the Middle Ages. Knights weren't keen to carry cash on them because of the problem with robbers, so they wore special rings. When they stayed a night in an inn, they would use the ring to stamp for payment, pretty much like credit cards today. Number 29. Spend a penny. You're most certainly aware that coins have little grooves down the sides of them, but what you may not know is why those grooves are actually there. It was 1792 when the Coinage Act came into being, and $10, $5, and $2.50 coins were actually made in their face value of gold. Criminals would shave off small pieces of the coins and stockpile gold or silver, for example. The valuable material would be sold at its value, or possible even repressed into coins again. Today, the metal content of the coins is not valuable enough to shave small pieces off, and the coins are much harder to counterfeit. The ridges on modern coins are aimed at the sight impaired. Number 28. Money doesn't grow on trees. If you're fortunate enough to open your wallet and have a few notes inside, know that 90% of them have traces of cocaine. Number 27. Spare change. It's a pity this has changed, as it's so much more poignant today than ever before. The motto on the first US coin happened to be, "Mind your business." It was featured on the 1-cent piece designed by Benjamin Franklin. The saying, "In God we trust," only appeared on coins in 1864. Number 26. Money all over the place. In an estimation formulated in June 2017, it was concluded that $1.4 trillion is in circulation internationally, with 2/3 of that being overseas at the time. Number 25. Like printing your own money. Ever wondered where the dough is made? The United States Bureau of Engraving and Printing has 2 facilities for which it prints money for the nation. Using a combined 9 tons of ink per day, Washington, D.C. and Fort Worth is where the USA's money is printed. That's equivalent to the weight of 2 reasonable elephants in ink, and all that ink is spread out on about 37 million bills every day. Over 90% of the bills printed are to replace those already in circulation, approximately half of which are $1 bills. Number 24. Where cash goes to die. So where do all the old bills go once taken out of circulation? They go to a farm, of course. A Delaware farm mulches up to 4.5 tons of moolah every day into compost. Technically, some money may grow on trees after all. Number 23. Collect those 2s. Although over 1 billion are in circulation, $2 bills are a bit of a rarity. And if one needs a $2 bill for some reason, they can be requested at most banks. Number 22. Ladies first. Many don't know the first woman to appear on an American coin was not American. Queen Isabella of Spain took the honor in 1893. On paper money, the first woman to appear was American in the form of First Lady Martha Washington, who appeared on a $1 certificate in 1886. Other women who have appeared on bills include, in no particular order, Helen Keller, Susan Anthony, and Sacagawea, a Native American from the Shoshone people. Booker T. Washington, an educator, author, and advisor to the President of the USA, was the first African American to be cast on a $50 coin. Number 21. Dirty money. We all know that a certain white powdery substance is evident on most dollar bills, and although not great, isn't going to lead us to becoming quite ill. The Southern Medical Journal finds traces of fecal matter on over 90% of dollar bills. Number 20. Funny money. New Zealand partners with Polynesian island of Niue to make some unusual coins. Pokemon, Star Wars, and Frozen are 3 examples. Number 19. It's a rich man's world. If the USA were to replace all dollar bills with coins, it has been estimated that $2 billion could be saved in 10 years. Number 18. Keep the change. The income generated from movies, sports events, theme parks, recorded music, and cruise ships combined still doesn't match up to the enormous amount of money generated by gambling every year. Gambling alone generates around $34.6 billion in a year. Number 17. Money, money, money. Once upon a time, between 1934 and 1935 to be exact, there used to be a $100,000 gold certificate. It was the largest note ever printed and was used between the Federal Reserve Bank and the U.S. Treasury. Number 16. Another day, another dollar. It was Larry King that stated there are 293 ways to make change for $1. That's something to keep the children entertained in the holidays with. You can give a prize to the kid who manages to figure out the highest number of ways. Number 15. A penny saved is a penny earned. In Old English, there used to be a type of clay that one would use to make jars and dishes specifically used to hold money. That clay was called Pygg, spelled with a Y. Pygg, over time, became piggy bank, which is still fondly used by both kids and adults around the world today. Number 14. From rags to riches. When Benjamin Franklin was around, if you were caught counterfeiting money, you could be sentenced to death. Franklin coined the phrase, "to counterfeit is death." The note that is counterfeited the most is the $20 bill, and coming in second is the $100 bill. It's been said that around 0.01% of all the money in circulation is counterfeit. Number 13. Do not collect $200. Monopoly is the game that has been destroying families since 1935. Jokes aside, more Monopoly money is printed each year than real money. Number 12. Money talks. In this case, though, money makes music. The latest £5 note is able to act as a stylus needle and play a vinyl on a record player. Michael Ridge got a huge number of hits on YouTube for this unusual discovery. Number 11. Old money. We're definitely not going to test this theory to see if it actually works, but if you have spare cash, you're welcome to try. It's been said that it takes 8,000 folds before a note will tear from use. As soon as a bill is too old and worn, it's removed from circulation and replaced with a brand new one. Number 10. Spend wisely. Coin counting machines are amazing to watch in action and have the ability to count 2,500 coins in 60 seconds and can tally 100 notes within 4 seconds. It's also able to discard any note or coin that is a fake. Number 9. Cash is king. We have often been exposed to the saying that men think of something every 7 seconds, and we know what you're thinking. However, recent studies believe that something is actually money, and it's not just men, but women too. We spend way more time fantasizing about cash than being intimate with another person. Number 8. Money can't buy happiness, but it does solve many, many problems. If you have $10 in your purse and absolutely no debt, then you are richer than 1/4 of all Americans. Number 7. The green stuff. We've learned that money has been found with a white powdery substance as well as fecal matter, but it seems it doesn't stop there. The average note is also home to 26,000 colonies of bacteria. Traces of E. coli and salmonella have been found. Number 6. Your money or your life. This is not a problem you nor I will ever encounter, but it's been said that rats ate around $10 billion of Pablo Escobar's money. You see, Pablo had so much dirty money he wasn't able to just deposit it, so it ended up being stored in a warehouse where rats roamed freely. Number 5. Youre Flexible friend. The country that uses credit and debit cards the most is Iceland. A whopping 70% of all business done there is done using credit cards, compared to just 39% in North America. Number 4. For love or money. Seems like you can't have both, because studies have shown that disputes about money are one of the top reasons couples get divorced. Number 3. A woman's worth. By 2020, Harriet Tubman will be featured on the new $10 bill. Harriet will be the first woman to appear on a banknote in over 100 years. She was an abolitionist, a humanitarian, and a spy and scout for the U.S. Army during the Civil War. She is also the first African American to appear on any of the U.S. banknotes. Number 2. Gold digger.
The highest denomination ever seen on a note was printed in Hungary in 1946. It was for 100 quintillion pangos. That's a 1 with 20 zeros behind it. Number 1. Play money. Almost like Monopoly money, in fact. It was 1932 when the German currency was so worthless that children used to play with it, or it was used as wallpaper.